Development for consideration and report to the House. Yes.
Speaker, a while ago, the majority leader sought your leave for the lands minister to lay the paper for and on behalf of the local government minister. And Speaker, I wish to come under Order 97.3. 97.3. Speaker, with your leave, a short explanatory statement shall be made by the person presenting the paper where requested by the House or a member upon the presentation. As we I humbly request the minister to do the needful. He should do the needful.
Honourable Member, you referred to Order 97.
Order 97.3. Yes. A short explanation.
97.3 says a short explanatory statement shall be made by the person presenting a paper where requested by the House or a member upon the presentation. So it's not automatic. You have to request.
So I'm actually requesting the minister.
Please. Your request came after I had finished with that. We've gone to the next item. You were not timeous. That is the issue.
With respect, in this House, the rules, you interpret the rules.
Yes.
As we got, the practice has always been that application is made before the referral is done. Yes, as we got, I was timeous, and I was just waiting patiently. As we got, so I'm on all fours. So I'm on all fours. So with due respect.
I am very clear on this matter. When the majority leader requested, in fact, he even referred to you. He says his friends opposite, whether they will not object to another minister presenting the paper on behalf of the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy, and Religious Affairs. Luckily, you stood up and said you have no objection. And so I read and he laid. Then I went to the next item. And that is when you then rose up to try to submit. And I said, you are not timeous. The time he laid was the time you should have requested for him to say something as a short explanatory statement. You understand?
Speaker, with respect.
But you didn't do that.
Speaker, with respect. If the minister doesn't lay the paper, I will not have a basis
to come under. That is what I said. Exactly what I said. I said immediately he laid the paper. That's when you should have asked. He has laid it. Honorable Member, maybe you were not paying attention. Maybe you were not paying attention. Majority Leader.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I saw the drama because I faced this side. I saw the drama on that side. Mr. Speaker, I can tell you what I saw. He got up and had no objection to the paper being laid by the lands minister on behalf of the local government. He had no objection. And in not objecting, he didn't add any conditions. But afterwards, I saw the order paper being ferried to him. The order paper, the rules were ferried to him, and then, you know, he saw the opportunity. He saw the opportunity, believing that being the minister not responsible for that sector, the minister might have challenges. But Mr. Speaker, these are statutory reports, statutory audit reports. And this House has been laying and referring those statutory audit reports to the various committees. So I don't think that we should belabor the point, Mr. Speaker. We still have 10 questions to ask. And if we make it difficult for question time to start, we will have a backlog of 300 questions. And then every day we'll complain about the 300 questions. So I think we should let business proceed.
Yes.
Speaker, with respect, my leader just made a comment which I find quite unfortunate. I have my rules books with me always. This is the standing order, and this is the Constitution of the Republic. I carry them every time. Every day they are in my bag. So don't say that the rules were just ferried to me. No. Majority leader, no. I take offense in that. I'm a dutiful member of Parliament. I pay attention to processes on the floor. So don't say the rules were just ferried to me. I knew what I was doing. I won't belabor the point. But the point was that if you don't lay it, how do I come in to activate 97.3? I would not. You can't put, I can't put nothing on nothing. It can't be done. But whatever it is, we will not litigate on this matter. It should proceed. It should proceed, and that is how magnanimous we can get. Proceed and execute your business. I always carry my standing orders. I always carry my constitution. Please, I wish you take notice of that. You see me always carrying my orders. So don't say they were just ferried to me. Because that's not right.
Honorable minority Chief Whip, I always see you carry your standing orders and constitution. And in fact, this morning you referred to it a number of times. That is true. The only place I disagree with you, and I'm trying to draw your attention, is that after the paper is laid, then you make your request. Now, when you don't make your request, and now I have referred the paper to the committee, and then you are now coming back, because I've already referred to the committee and said they should go and consider and report to the House. Then you now request. Then I say, oh, it's belated. That is my response. I'm not saying that you should make the request before the paper is laid. No, that is not proper. Immediately after it's laid, you make your request. But the minister is here, and as you said, these are routine audit reports. So you don't need much to say than what is stated there. But you've made your point. Let's move on to item 9C by the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Sorry. You want to draw his attention?
Mr. Speaker, equity, as you just said, does not favor the indolent. We must not come too late in the day. Since you've mentioned 9C, fortunately, 9C. No, it's not been late. We did 9B. You don't bring confusion. It's 9C. Mr. Speaker just mentioned 9C. 9C, Mr. Speaker, it is being done, fortunately, by the minister himself. So, if it pleases the chair, I shall invoke Order 97.3 of the rules of this House and pray that the minister act in terms of Order 97.3. Mr. Speaker, the reason for this is because this lease agreement is a very important matter of national interest. The Speaker may recall that in the 8th Parliament, this matter came up, and our friends who are in government today had serious issues for all of us to deal with. Mr. Speaker, if today a thing like this has come back and they've gone to sign a new agreement and all, Mr. Speaker, my understanding is that the agreement has seen some amendments. Whatever it is, I would beg of the minister to give a short explanatory statement on this. Mr. Speaker, the mere fact that the presentation of papers is procedural does not mean, Mr. Speaker, that members of this House cannot interrogate the matter before being referred. That is why, Mr. Speaker, if you look at Order 97.5, it provides that the Speaker may refer the paper to the relevant committee where appropriate. May refer. It does not, what that tells us is that where in the wisdom of Mr. Speaker, the paper will require further executive or ministerial action, Mr. Speaker may direct, if not persuaded, to say that, look, Minister, take this back and do the needful. It is not automatic, else the provision would have read shall. The provision there is not shall. It doesn't provide a mandatory obligation on the Speaker. Mr. Speaker has a discretion, and that discretion is to suggest that where it is imprudent for such a paper to be referred, Mr. Speaker will not. So, Mr. Speaker, if you read this 97, 5, 3, and 1 together, it gives you a clear understanding what the intent of the drafters of this regulation wanted us to do. The paper must have sufficient copies distributed. Do we have sufficient copies distributed? If so, when a member sees the need to request that the minister makes a short explanatory statement which would cover the key areas of the subject matter, that's the rule says that it's mandatory, you must. Then upon that, Mr. Speaker may then decide, no, what you have done is not persuasive enough, please take it back and come back. So there's no automaticity rule. There's nothing like that that is automatic. Once you present a paper, it will be referred. That is not there. So, Mr. Speaker, this is a new matter. We've never dealt with a thing like this in this House. And I would pray that the minister obliges my prayer so that we can make progress. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the Minority Leader is clearly out of order. Out of order because the order is very clear. A short explanatory statement, short, in fact, it could be as short as one sentence. It says short. So the minister can get up and say that as a result of new developments, it has become necessary to bring it back for Parliament to reconsider it. That is a short explanatory memorandum. But, Mr. Speaker, it says a short explanatory statement shall be made by the person presenting a paper where requested by the House or a member upon the presentation upon the presentation. Mr. Speaker, what I thought he would be asking you to interpret, at what stage will we say that the presentation has been made? At which point a member can then get up and request for an explanatory memorandum, a short explanatory statement. So I don't recall that the presentation has been done yet. It hasn't been done. And you're already on your feet asking the minister to make a short statement. And you are not just asking the minister to make a short statement. You have proceeded to engage in a jurisprudence of interpreting the rules to the speaker, explaining what the rule means, and that's not important. Wait, when the presentation is made, then your rights kick in. You ask for a short statement, and the statement could be as short as a sentence, and then we move on.
Honorable members, the difficulty we have here is that some of us are suffering from confirmation bias. Confirmation bias. You have some ideas in your head. Whatever is said is of no essence. You don't hear it. You have to say something to confirm what you have in your head. We've gone through this process. And in fact, when the minority chief whip spoke, and I explained it, he was nodding his head. And the process is that when I call the paper, it has to be laid. When it's laid, then a member can get up and ask the person laying to make a short explanatory statement. Before I call on the committee to go and consider and report back to the House. We've gone through this step by step. We have gone to the next item. It's not yet been laid. And then the person who is to lay it is already being called upon to give a short explanatory statement. That is a case of confirmation bias. So whatever you say, you don't listen. Please, let's be doing this in this House. We devoted time for a study of these standing orders. We had a workshop. And now you come and we sit and we're not going through it, guidance, this and that, and Ghanaians are watching and willing to see business of the House. Then we are still learning our rules, our procedures. That is not good enough. Please, let's proceed. Minister, lay the paper.